Good morning. Now we are going to discuss about joints and its types of structural geology. So, what is joint? Joint is a fracture in a rock between the sides of which there is no observable relative movement. So, in the last video, we have discussed about the faults. The joints is the first stage of faults. So what is the similarity or dissimilarity between the joints and faults? Both joints and faults formed from tensional as well as compressive forces. In joints, fracture plane occurs that divides rock but no displacement, but in faults, fracture zone with displacement occur. In joints relatively close spaced, but faults indicates comparatively widely spaced. In joints, contact of beds are same composition and age, but in faults it is different in different rock. Joints divide the rock mass into regular, cuboidal, rectangular, rhombic or polygonal, columnar or prismatic blocks, but faults cut rock strata with displacement with contiguous parts. Joints responsible for landslide and rockfall, but faults forms potential hazard causes earthquake. In joints, joint occur in numbers parallel to each other, that is sets, and intersecting, that is system, perpendicularly or obliquely, but faults occur generally single or in groups, parallel, vertical, inclined or radial or intersecting. So, the joints are rupture deformation but differ from faults in not accompanied by dislocation of blocks of rocks. However, there may be slight displacement at right angles produce an open fracture. Joints are produced in rocks by tensional force due to drying, shrinkage or contraction, or compressive forces due to earth movements. When this happens, the rocks fracture in a plane parallel to the maximum principal stresses and perpendicular to the minimum principal stresses. So, what are the characteristics of joints? Joints are planar discontinuities, that is parallel or open cracks characterized by size, spacing and orientation. Joint surface may be straight, curved, smooth or jagged, striated. Joints may be of any attitude, that is vertical, inclined or horizontal. Joint spacing varies widely from a few centimeters to several meters. So, joints may be either open or closed. If there may be slight displacement at right angles producing an open joint, otherwise it is called closed joint. If there is slight or width is more, then it is called open joint, and closed joints, however, there is no such separation. Then what is joint set? A series of parallel joints is called joint set. See, here is the parallel joint set and this is known as joint set. If joint sets are perpendicular to each other or intersecting to each other, this is known as joint system. If two sets are of joints nearly at right angles to one another produced by the same stress system, this is known as conjugate system. So, what is the difference between joint system and conjugate system? In joint system, more than two joint sets are intersecting to each other, but in conjugate joint system, the joint sets are perpendicular to each other. So, what are the types of joints? Joints are classified according to their mode of origin and forces responsible called genetic types, and the trend strike of joint rays relative to the attitude, that is dip and strike of rock beds, called geometric types. So joints are classified into two types, that is genetic types and geometric types. Genetic types further divided into tension joints and shear joints. Tension joints include mural joints, seat joint, columnar joints, master joint, extension and release joints. Geometric types include deep joints, strike joints, oblique joints, bedding joints. There is four categorization of joints on the basis of origin, that is tectonic, hydraulic, unloading and release joints. Tectonic joints form at depth and are driven by tectonic forces. Hydraulic joints form at depth during burial and compaction. Unloading joints form near the surface when half of the overlying sediment is removed by erosion, and release joints formed after the release of horizontal stress and are controlled by existing rock fabric. So, first discuss about the tension joints. Tension joints are joints produced by tensional force developed by increase or decrease of volume of rocks due to drying, shrinkage while cooling, or dehydration of and stretching of the limbs of folded strata. Rocks yield easily to tensional forces and most joints are tensional joints. So, they are present in each most consolidated rocks of igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary origin. So, first we discuss tension joints in igneous rock. As cooling and solidification progress, magma or lava become increasingly rigid and ultimately rupture or crack, producing tension joints. So, under the tension joint, first what is mural joints? So, mural joints mainly seen in granite rock masses and related massive plutonic and certain hypabasal rocks. Mural joints consist of three almost equally spaced, mutually perpendicular joint sets dissecting the rock mass into cuboidal blocks. Mural joint, what is the main characteristics of mural joints? Mural joints are mainly three almost equally spaced mutually perpendicular joint sets that the rock mass into cuboidal blocks, that it dissecting the rock mass into cuboidal blocks. These points are typical tension joints produced in rock mass during cooling and solidification of magma due to contraction in three directions. Mural joint system help obtain easily intact cuboidal blocks of rock in quarries. However, the joint planes allow natural weathering agents to attack blocks of rocks around, whereby they become rounded or irregularly cuboidal boulders gradually as those of granite hills. Next, seat joints. This system, also typical of granite and other plutonic rocks, consists of one set of prominent joints parallel to the ground surface with varying spacing, usually increasing with depth, and the other less marked at right angles. Seat joints dissect the rock mass into seat-like blocks. So, in this joints generally thinner near the surface and thicker at depth. Seated rocks often appear as sedimentary strata and help obtaining slabs of rocks. These joints are produced by tensional forces due to relief from confining pressure and consequent unimpeded vertical extension of the rock. The example of seat joint is Chamundi granite and Chamundi granite. Then comes to the columnar joints. So what is columnar joints? This system is typical of basalt and certain other volcanic igneous rocks and consists of vertical and horizontal cross joints that dissect the rock mass into a number of vertical polygonals and usually hexagonal prismatic columns. These joints are produced during the cooling of horizontal flows of lava due to the development of weak planes by radial contraction around spaced centers in the cooling mass of lava. So, in columnar jointing forms when thick lava flows, that is tens of meter below 1000 degrees centigrade cool slowly. As the lava cools, discrete cooling center develop and the rock contracts towards the center, producing a polygonal pattern of vertical faults. In rhyolite and other volcanic igneous rocks, columnar joints commonly are very irregular and closely spaced. Then comes to the tension joints in sedimentary rocks. So as the sediment become more and more consolidated under pressure, it gets compressed and occupies smaller volume and finally ruptures. Thus joint sets develop at right angles to each other more or less at regular intervals. The most common tension joints of sedimentary rock is called master joint. In igneous rock, most common joints is mural joints, and in sedimentary rock, most common joint is master joint. So this joint is typical of sandstone and limestone and consists of three sets of mutually perpendicular joints, of which one set parallels or coincides with the bedding planes. The other two sets, which traverse across the beds, are staggered in respect of successive beds. Master joints persist for long distance with remarkable regularity in spacing and width, thus are called master joints. Master joints dissect the rock mass into rectangular blocks. In shell, these joints are generally very closely spaced. Then comes to the extension and release joints. In case of folded strata, tension joints are produced in the crustal region and extend either parallel to or at right angles to the axial plane or in both the directions. Those that are parallel to the axial plane are called release joints or strike joints, and those at right angles are called extension joints or deep joints. Then comes to the tension joints in metamorphic rock. So what is tension joints in metamorphic rocks? As metamorphic rocks are derived from igneous and sedimentary rocks, depending upon the nature and intensity of metamorphic changes, the joint pattern of the parent rock may be preserved wholly or partially, or deformed and completely changed over or destroyed. So thus more massive rocks like Nisso, Muralas or seed joints, bedded and foliated rocks like marble and quartzite, so master joints. So in metamorphic rock, both mural and master joints are seen, but in igneous rock mostly mural joints are seen, and in sedimentary rock mostly master joints are seen. Then comes to the second genetic classification of joints, that is shear joints. So what is shear joints? Shear joints that intersect at high angle to form a conjugate system are often considered as shear joint, especially if they are symmetrically dispersed about the strain axis or fold axis. Shear joints are fractures developed at an angle 30 degree with the axis of compressive force. So these are associated with mainly folded, intersecting or criss-cross joint sets at a high angle. So these are also called conjugate joint system. So what is conjugate joint system? Shear joints are produced mostly shearing stresses commonly involved in folding and faulting. These are generally very narrowly spaced and can be recognized by clean cut smooth surface as the joint blocks are not drawn apart. So in the next video we will continue the geometric types of joints and significance of joints.